Hey folks, good evening and welcome to episode number 106 of Tetrakey TV. This is Mark and I'm Rob, and this is part of our commitment to bring you 260-ish thought leadership, performance acceleration, something or others.
Yep.
Videos, short pieces of information in 2017. And 2 days ago, Mark, we had a meeting about the business, where we're going, what we're going to do to improve, adapt, innovate, and this Facebook Live formed part of that conversation.
It did.
So what are we going to be doing?
We are going to be mixing things up a little bit. So instead of it being a regular 9 p.m. in South Africa and the same time, same place every single night, we're going to start doing them on a more ad hoc time basis. So we're going to start doing them in different locations at different times, giving you more interactive messaging based on the here and now rather than focusing every time, every night. So you'll still have access to them. We'll still commit to doing the same number. We'll still give you all that information, but instead of it being at 9 p.m. every single night, we'll mix it up a little bit.
A part of that is when I'm in the US, 9 p.m. here is 12 p.m. lunchtime. We're normally in the middle of a busy day, and it's just we realised we dropped the ball a few times and missed some. So we want to make sure that we still honour our commitments, and you get to see more of what we actually do, because at the moment you just see us in Mark's office, his house, my office, my house, in my living room or dining room or something like that. And you don't really get to see where we are, what we're doing. We want to share that with you as well. Mix it up a bit. So that's what we're going to be doing starting on Monday.
Maybe some ad hoc ones tomorrow as well.
Yeah, maybe some ad hoc as well. And you never know. We aim even to get more than 5 a week out. But let's see it. Let's go with the 5 and hope for more. Tonight we want to talk about what to do when you're winning. Now, we just laughed with each other because for us, the answer is really obvious. But for other people, clients of ours, the answer wasn't as obvious as I was expecting it to. And the reason for that is that people have set themselves a goal or a target or something to get to. And they either get to just before it or they hit it. And they're tired, they've run out of effort and energy, they feel like they've put 100% in, and they back off, they stop, maybe they decide to just go away for a week or two, or not carry on pushing with their sales efforts. As opposed to, Mark, what should you do when you're winning?
More of the same. More
of the same. Keep winning. Because you'll notice that people who are winning keep on winning. Like in any form of sport, Roger Federer would be a good example with tennis. You see him, he gets on a winning streak and he just keeps on winning and winning and winning and winning. And yet when a sports person gets on a losing streak, it sort of compounds itself and they keep on losing after that. So keeping on winning, doing more of the same, maybe having the next target, the next goal, or keep pursuing it, because people pick up and feel the vibe that you have when you're excitable and winning. You're quite appealing when you're winning, aren't you?
Yeah, I find it always interesting when you work with successful teams and teams that are performing well. So as a prime example at the moment, I coach field hockey. And we do massive amounts of reflection after every performance. Our first 3 games, we won the first game 14-0, the second game 9-2, the third game 13-0. And after the game, we collect our thoughts, and I ask the guys in terms of, what did you think? Well, how do you think the performance went? Let's reflect on the performance. And what's fascinating in a 15-20 minute reflection exercise when you've just won 14-0, we're probably spending 15 minutes out of that 20 minutes on what didn't go well. And for me, that's a sign of a team that's performing and striving for greater performance. Is they're never happy. We're always searching for that better performance, that better the ideal performance, and they spend 75%, if not more, time critically evaluating their performance of what they're going to do to improve the performance for the next game so they can play even better. So I find it all interesting.
Because they become very readable. If they were just to play their game, go and drink lots of beer, and then try and repeat it over and over again, other teams are going to be able to start knowing how they play and what those patterns are and being able to predict what that's going to be. So if they back off on that reflection, they just become too predictable.
Yeah, and the great thing about that kind of stuff is it, as a collective unit, it makes you individually strive to improve your performance to make the team even more successful. And it's something that we talk a lot about, is you train at a higher intensity than you perform. Because it's almost impossible. During performance, you don't learn new skills. So you need to train at an intensity that makes executing the skills under stress easy. And it's the same in business. It's when we're working, we've got to be putting the work we do on the input has to be greater to allow us to get the output that we want. We've got to put that, and that enables you to continuously win, because a lot of times, as you said, is once sales start coming in and life becomes a little bit easy, what you do is you end up taking the focus off the inputs. And don't forget, sales is you can't influence the output. It's already happened. It's historical data. It's
done.
The only thing you can do is keep focusing on the input. So when you're winning, you should be putting even more time and effort into ensuring that your inputs are aligned to giving you the outputs. That's how you continue to win. In my hockey team, we're focusing even more in our training sessions around the patterns we're trying to do. We're trying to constantly get more focus into those, more questions, more understanding of what actually drives performance. Because if you can understand what drives performance, it makes winning much easier.
So the fact is that everybody's currently winning, regardless of what they're doing. They just might not recognise it, and they might not be winning at the level at which they would like to be winning at right now. And
they might not be defining winning as the same output criteria that other people. So again, you've got to look at what are you defining as winning. So,
well, what you define as winning today may and should be different tomorrow.
Correct, because it's the difference between input and output. So you may look at your output and go, we're not winning. But you look at your input in terms of the process that you're building, and you know if you do that stuff, the winning, whatever you classify that, the output will come in 2, 3 months, 1 week time. But you can't get the output without putting the input. You can't win a game of hockey without being fit enough and doing all the training in before you turn up for that game. There's it's impossible just to rock up, having not trained, having never played together to win. It's really, really difficult. At elite level, you're never going to have it.
So it's ensuring that the activities that you're doing now are aligned directly to what it is you wish to be doing in a week, 2 weeks, 6 months, a year's time. And you might not be at that goal or that target now, but the activities will naturally lead you there.
Correct. And not only that, is if you're not getting the output that you're expecting, you're able to work backwards to understand which lever you need to change in order to redirect focus that's going to give you the output you want. So unless you have clarity in terms of the output, those indicators and those inputs, if you can't see that journey and that picture, you're literally running your business on gut.
You're hitting and hoping.
It's literally chuck stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And that may work in the short term, but I don't know many businesses that have that as a sustainable platform for success.
Especially with the pace of today's business.
And the complexities that we work with on a daily basis.
So if you're winning, keep winning. Don't stop. Keep
understand
pushing.
Why you're winning.
Keep pushing. Most of my clients who've reached their goal, the ones who suddenly then decide to back off, normally lose a client or two the moment they back off, and because they're not pouring more people into their marketing and sales funnel, suddenly they had a goal of 30 clients, and then suddenly they've only got 25. They don't have any fresh people going into the marketing funnel because they stopped doing the marketing because they had their 30. So keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Reflect and review on it, and adapt, and understand what the core activities are that you need to be driving at to reach that definition of winning, and have certain benchmarks, time periods along the way where you can say, is this working in that 6-week period, yes or no? Do we need to adjust it, tweak it, change it?
Wise words, sir.
Cool. That's it. That's it. So it's all about inputs and outputs. But if you're winning, keep going. That's all we want to say to you. Keep going. In business, there almost isn't enough.
Cheapers.
Almost isn't enough. Keep going. All right, that's it from us tonight. He's tired. I've got a cold.
Cold. I'm freezing as well.
It's really cold in South Africa. So we will see you I will see you in 24 hours' time. You may well see Mark before then. Have a great 24 hours further and stay amazing.
Good night.
Good night.